No,
And nobody would know for sure.
no, she said her daughter has a soccer, so she's.
Hey, should we do it, Mary?
Yeah, we got 4 people.
Okay, let's do it. Call the meeting to order at 7:01, if I'm right. Please stand for the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, everyone. Let's see, Dave. We will begin with any presentations. Mr. Conlon.
Well, I was hoping to postpone it to the next meeting. I just had very little bit to talk about, perhaps a recommendation from the administration on a tax levy target increase. But I was thinking about it, and it's kind of out of context if I just say that to you guys. I mean, I know you've been a part of the meetings, but our next meeting will kind of review the whole budget from beginning to end as far as the total numbers, not the detailed pieces of it. And I'd rather at that meeting make a recommendation to the board, and then you guys can discuss it at that point. That's okay?
Sure.
Yeah.
Charlie, would you, you'll present it at the board meeting or you forward that to us prior to?
I can forward it to you guys ahead of time.
What do you think? Want to see,
Things ahead of time?
have an idea at least what we're,
Kind of think about.
Yeah.
what you think.
okay? Thank you. Okay, we'll move on to Board of Education Subcommittee reports. Mr. Steen?
Okay, so tonight we'll be approving many of the policies that we reviewed at the last policy subcommittee meeting last month. And then our next policy subcommittee meeting is January 30th before the next board meeting. And also today I sent out a Google form to the members of the curriculum instruction subcommittee, and hopefully we'll identify a date within the next 2, 3, 4 weeks where we can meet with that subcommittee. And then the following months, we'll probably circle back to the beginning and start going through the second. For many of those committees.
Okay. Facilities and transportation, anything?
No, that's one of the subcommittee meetings.
Okay.
We'll probably plan for
Okay.
February.
Okay. Technology, extracurricular, curriculum and instruction, SBI, Audit Finance Committee, and policy. We're good, right?
Yep.
Okay, move on to superintendent's report.
Nothing new tonight for that.
Okay. Old business? Maybe you want to do it?
Yeah, well, I just want to mention, just thank you all again for those of you that were able to come to the different schools during the holiday meals. We had delivered breakfast to all the schools and then evening dinner for the night custodians. And so a couple of us got to have dinner with them. So there was a lot of appreciation by the staff, and I believe you have a thank
Yes, I
you
do.
card from one
Yes.
unit.
Yep, I have a correspondence addressed to Board of Education. Thank you for your grab and go holiday breakfast. The breakfast was enjoyed by all. Sincerely, the school, Sequoia Valley School Related Professionals.
But I said they appreciate it. So very good for your support. Today actually also marks the beginning of Brian Reed's tenure date. We approved it at the last meeting, but today officially started his tenure. So I did, Lynn Weibel texted me right before the meeting. She was a late scratch, but she did text and she said, please, so I just want to read this. Please reiterate for me how absolutely lucky we are to have Mr. Reed as part of our district and as our high school principal. His dedication, drive, and ability to think outside the box are second to none. And these attributes and what he brings to our district do not go unnoticed. So I know, behind closed doors, we've talked a lot about Mr. Reed and how, happy we are. But we just wanted to say it publicly just to recognize his efforts and congratulate him for his tenure here. Happy to have him, and we hope he stays for a long time. Sure. And then lastly, sorry.
No, go right ahead.
I just want to remind the board on January 22nd, so still a couple weeks away. Mr. Decker and Ms. Carbone will hold the first Triumph induction. That's the new musical honor society that we approved last fall, and they will induct 28 students from both middle and high school. So if you're interested and available, that will be January 22nd, 6 o'clock in the high school auditorium. And that is it for old business.
I just want to mention one thing. So we had the concerts. We've met since the concerts, right? No. So I just want to say how much I think it's is it our new choir instructor. Thank you. She's fabulous. I love how just peppy she is. I love how engaging she is with the kids, and you can tell. So Abby's in 6th grade, and so she, you know, participated in the choir concert, but it just was fun to watch them. They're very like interactive, and there were like instruments for everything, and there was hand gestures and clapping, and she's fabulous. I was really, it was just, you know, it's always enjoyable to go and watch your kids, but when they kind of elevate it, and it's very entertaining, and you can see that the kids are singing because they're having fun and not just because they're like, I'm in choir and I'm supposed to be doing this, you know, it just, I loved it. It was wonderful. So.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that, because the week before Christmas, she invited us if we had time during the last 5 minutes of her classes, because she had all the kids perform little songs in her classes. So I was able to attend a few of those. And then actually I emailed her after the concert, and I said that one song with the middle school kids, I think it was called Christmas in 3 minutes.
That was
I
fantastic.
thought that was the highlight of the show.
Yeah.
We covered so many Christmas songs, and I had
The signs, they
different
were
parts
holding the
going.
signs
Yeah,
up
I
every
said
time.
that's
Yeah.
a lot of coordination. to get
Yeah.
that going.
That's what I mean. It's very interactive, and they're not just standing there singing, but they're, you know, they're holding up the signs, or they're, you know, like I found myself, I was like stomping my foot, I'm like bopping my head, like it's really nice to have that like young, fresh, you know, choir instructor who gets the kids excited about singing, you know, it was very nice to watch.
But thank you.
Yeah.
You know, I'm still grateful that we have that auditorium, because I remember going into the middle school gym, which was a struggle. You know, and everybody has been there for those concerts, so. Yeah, very nice,
And to go along, Mike, with what you're saying, when we were in the planning stage of the renovation to the auditorium, there still wasn't a true consensus that all the events could be held in the auditorium. There seemed to be a little resistance. Well, it's at the high school. We don't know if the elementary want to walk over or the middle school want to come over. But to see it used as much as it is, what was I here for? I was in the elementary school. Was there a kindergarten program or something there? What was here just before Christmas besides the concerts? Mark was walking over.
Oh, they brought over the elementary students during the day to watch the elementary concert.
Yes, but I think there was something else even going on. Because I met him at the driveway. He said, "Yep, we're going over there." I thought it was even primary or something.
Yeah, well, they brought the whole school over to watch the concert.
But that's wonderful. It's used, and that's what we want the community to see too.
And I think that night I was standing room only too. I think there was some.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was packed.
Mhm.
Just great.
Yeah.
And you know, Mr. Decker said it very well. And I don't know, I mean, I had that same issue when I was employed. It's an issue. But parents trying to get their student, after their student performed, okay, but it's an interruption to the other kids that are
Yeah.
participating. And he said, you know, we can't watch your kids and release them to just anybody that walks in there.
Mhm.
We're conducting a concert.
Yeah.
And he did it very diplomatically, but it's a gaffe, it's a problem. I don't know how you get around it, unless you have. I don't know.
Well, I
He
think
handled it
he
well.
was so right though, but I think at one point had said, you know, it's a safety concern.
Yes,
We're also trying to teach our children about being diplomatic, about being respectful, and you know, it's not, like he said, it's not a super long concert, so just, you know, 45 minutes, we'll have you out of here start to finish, but yeah, no, I thought he handled it very well.
good news, good things happening. New business? We'll move on,
Yeah.
okay? I will read item 7.1 through 7.9. I believe. If anyone has any questions or concerns for discussion, please make me aware. 7.1, designation of time and place of Board of Education meetings. 7.2 is the approval of our senior class trip. 7.3 is the appointment of the substitute teacher. 7.4 is the revised reviewed policies. 7.5 is the approval of our budget modification. 7.6 is the approval of a revised approval of a corrective action plan. 7.7 is the approval of our minutes from our December 12th meeting. 7.8 is the approval of a resolution authorizing payment of bills as approved by the claims auditor. And 7.9 is the approval of the Committee on Special Education and Committee on Preschool Special Education recommendation. Any items of concern for anyone? If not, we have a motion. Mrs. Collins, second. Mr. Curtelli, any discussion? All in favor? Motion. Mike is a yes?
I just have,
Motion is approved.
yep, good. I just have two quick comments on 7.5 of the budget modification. Again, just want to thank Jackie Corletto. This is the second time that she secured funding through grants for the library. You know, I know we discussed her last one, so, you know, kudos to her for the work on that. And I just want to bring to the public's attention, for the dozens, maybe hundreds of you watching at home, the board meetings. So the future boarding meetings will start. In the past, we started the budget presentation at 6 and the board meeting at 7. Now the board meeting itself will start at 6 with the budget presentation beginning, because it'll just have a continuous flow from the budget presentation right into the board meeting. So please, if you're looking to come out here next week and join Dorian in the audience, be here at 6 o'clock. Thank you.
Any miscellaneous topics? Good?
Yeah.
We move on. Public to be heard. Any public participation from our guests?
I'm good.
Okay. Executive session this week? Not tonight. May I have a motion for adjournment, please? Mr. Sacco, second. Mrs. Allen, all in favor? Aye. Motion approved. We stand adjourned. Which means.
And walk in, it's gonna drop on the floor.